Hey guys, before this episode starts, I just want to give you a quick lesson on the Norman Hamlets. So, when you get the Wand of Summoning, you have the option to spawn a bunch of different village types from a bunch of different cultures. We already kind of know this. We also know that it takes some time before you start getting your hands on specific culture blocks that are unobtainable by the player. For example, the Byzantine tiles that will soon be produced by our village. This is why I wanted to create the industrial/artisan hamlet this whole time, to get our hands on two specific Norman blocks that'll be needed by the Notre Dame, the stained glass and the timber frames. So the idea is that a hamlet is a supporting mini village to your actual village. In fact, the Norman Grossborg automatically spawns two hamlets near it. So the hamlets are meant to support their larger villages. Sounds great, right? Well, as it turns out, the Norman industrial/artisan hamlet doesn't even make timber frames. It only makes stained glass. So what I'm actually going to create is the Norman Artisan Village, or the Village des Matures, as it is now known. This is a full-size Norman village that will eventually construct buildings to create both the stained glass and the timber frames, which is unlike the smaller version of it, the artisan/industrial hamlet. Other than that, I took up a lot of your time already. Let's get to the video. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4. Firstly, I just want to apologize for being gone for so long. I was down in Georgia for a few months doing some stuff, some army training, but now I'm back. I've been back for about a month now, but I've spent a few weeks making that computer video. It was a pretty fun video to make. I was kind of just getting everything put together, getting all the parts. But now that I'm free, I should be able to start making more Minecraft videos again. So my short-term priority right now is just to get the village reputation one of us. Let's go find the village mayor/leader here. Where's he hiding at? You can find him because he has the gold helmet above his head. Oh, and I also hope you guys enjoyed the oh, there he is. I hope you guys enjoyed the tavern time-lapse being built. I know there's multiple upgrades in the village right now being constructed, so these Byzantine villages moving along quite swimmingly. Seems like right now we are just a friend of the village, so I'm going to grind out banners, bookshelves to get us some reputation. Money-wise, I'm okay. I don't really need to spend any money on anything right now. While we're here, let's actually check out the tavern that was just built. That's pretty cool. It looks like we already actually have the citizens living in here, which is nice. It's pretty cool. And it looks like they've already started Byzantine tiles for their workshop upgrade. You know, it's really come a long way. I'm actually super impressed with how fast this village upgraded. I'm gonna bring you guys over here real quick. Once we eventually do get the Wand of Summoning, along with our gold block, I'm gonna show you where we're actually going to construct our artisan village. So over here is the corner. This is our village border right here. Looks like there's another border right there. So we are currently outside the village borders right now. That's just the border of where they can build. Obviously, if we build a village, we don't want them to be interconnected. So I'm thinking of building it in this open grassland over here. There's a lot of space, a lot of flat lands. It allows us to expand without having to fill in anything. Like, for example, the Byzantine village will eventually get pretty big, to the point where it'll have buildings it needs to construct, but no space to build it. And so I will need to be the one to go out and demolish mountains or even fill in rivers. And I really don't want to spend time doing that, but if I have to, I have to. So we'll build the artisan village as soon as we can, so we can get the ball rolling on our Notre Dame construction. Because once we get the Notre Dame build site constructed, then everything really begins from there. Then I'm going to go crazy getting resources so it can get produced. Please don't steal anything of mine. Oh, I looked at him. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh. This is actually bad. It's the water! What you gonna do now? Got one of his ender balls. That'll help us out for when we eventually maybe beat the ender dragon. Here's a smelter. It looks like they're adding a whole nother room to it. I know we don't spend too much time here at the smelter. There's not really a reason to. I mean, this is just where they smelt things, but it's so cool to check it all out. Oh, I'm a respectable ally now. I've earned the respect. It's difficult for outsiders to become friends of the Roman Empire, let alone respected. But you have proven yourself worthy. Cool. Still not one of us, though. I need to get the one of us relationship before we can even start looking into building the other village. But that is my goal for this episode. I am going to get that wand. Hey, making really good progress. This thing was just built and they're already making tons of bricks. I'm going to check out the tavern during the day. Seems like a lot of people are just chilling over here. You guys have anything to provide me? You do! Hey, this is where I get the feta from. Looks like if I give them meat, they'll likely cook it. That's cool. Looks like if I give them grapes, they get wine. They're already upgrading it. I don't know what he's doing here, but I guess we'll check it out later. Nice. Looks like the whole tavern is inside now. The outside bar part was pretty nice, but the building itself is actually pretty sweet. I spent the last, 2 in-game Minecraft days just running around, shearing sheep, selling banners, getting enough sugarcane for paper, making books, and selling those. Or, not selling, but gifting, you know what I mean. But basically, it's very uninteresting stuff, but I feel like I'm getting FOMO. I'm running around and new things keep getting built. I feel like I'm not there to witness it. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like they're making the walls thicker, maybe? Whatever it is, it's cool. And I'm missing out on it, whatever this is. Stairs are gone for some reason. Looks like they're making the level 4 forts. Apparently a vineyard is being built. Yeah, here it is. Cool, so they'll be making their own grapes and maybe they'll produce their own wine. Other than that, it's time for me to get back to the grind. Shearing sheep. Whoa, this is cool. This is the fort. Looks like in order for the mayor/king guy to get up to his house, he goes up in here. Whoa! Holy upgrades. This is the smeltery. This is luxurious. They got a whole bed now. They don't need these straw beds anymore. This is nice. Got a rooftop balcony too. Exterior. This is a nice place. For context, getting the one of us reputation is 32,000 reputation. Each banner gives around 200. Bookcase gives 600. It's going to take a little bit to get there. Oh! Is that the achievement? That means I'm one of us? Or I have the reputation one of us? It is! That means... Aha! So I can get the one of something now. I am just flat broke, and I need 7,000 more dollars. It looks like I'm going to be doing more banner gathering and bookshelf gathering, but before I do that, I'll take a little break from all this running around like a crazy person and check out what they're building right now. Presbytery. I don't know what that is. It's by the tavern. Let's go check it out. This quaint little building. Nothing too big or extravagant. This is cool. So it looks like one of the upgrades for the fort created this blacksmith area. I walked past it a few times. It looks like he's actually started to make some Byzantine maces, which is super cool. 6 attack damage. So it looks like they're about the same level as an iron sword. Looks like they all come with knockback too. Either way, that's super cool. Whenever I get a chance to get one, I will purchase one. I will wait after I get the one though, but that is cool. Alright, we're close to getting our first denier ore. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's ore. It's literally just O-R. It's the gold one. So in order to get a gold, like I said earlier, we need 64 silver. And to get a silver, we need 64 bronze. So we got some work to do. I just gave him some armor just to check the price. And that might be what I'm going to do. I mean, I don't know if it's more efficient, but I'm definitely tired of running around and grabbing banners. So I think I'm going to go on another mining trip. I think I'll find a cave near our future site for the Artisan Hamlet. Artisan Village. I apologize, I keep getting that wrong. And that is actually where we came out last time. Last time we went mining. Hey. was a close one. I think I'll head out of here when I get a stack of iron. So far I've got nothing but iron and coal, but I guess I'm still practically pretty close to the surface level. Cool. Go to the north. Oh, there they are. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save a stack of iron for myself, but the rest of my iron I'm going to turn into just straight chest plates. I think I have 2 stacks of iron in my chest right now. Let me go check. What's up, horse? I'm gonna start needing you when we build that second village. I'm gonna use you to get there and back. It's not too far, but it'll definitely save me some time. Yeah, so it looks like we have almost 3 stacks. So what I'm going to do, because I have a stack in the furnaces, I'm just going to turn all these into chest plates. And there is our first Denier ore. Look at that achievement. Millénaire, Millionaire. Are you writing your autobiography? No, you're crafting an icon. Interesting. I'm going to go real quick, make a pair of shears, shear some sheep, make some banners, and then hopefully at that point we have a third, and hopefully at that point we have a second Denier ore. There we go. Sweet. So now we got our second Denier ore. Here's our Wand of Summoning. We're going to purchase that, and here we go. All right, so I'm excited. Let's go grab our gold block, and let's go create our Norman Artisan Village. Oh, what is this? I don't know what it is, but it's cool. It's being built next to my house. All right, so I'm going to place our gold block right here, which is where the town hall building should be constructed. As you see over there, that's our Byzantine village. There's my house, so all that for reference. That Japanese mining shack that we saw in the last episode is somewhere over there. Here we are. So we cycle through. I guess let me explain how the Wand of Summoning works. I realize I really haven't shown you guys how it works. You guys have really only seen it in my videos and little snippets that I put at the beginning of the episode. So basically, you get a golden block, you take the Wand of Summoning, and you right-click. So these villages right here, once you get a certain reputation, you become a leader. And these are actually villages that you construct. I believe you're the one who can actually say, like, this building goes here, this building goes here. I've actually never played long enough to get to that part. Even though I love this mod and I played it for hours, I've actually never gotten to a point where I've become a leader. But basically, you can go through and you can generate any village you want. Here are the Japanese ones. I don't know what any of these words mean, but I'm assuming that this is a military village. This is probably a food-focused village. Just maybe sake. Get Ryan in here for that one. These are the Inuits. I don't know what these could be, but yeah. And here, down here, we got the Seljuks. Again, maybe military village, farming village, maybe some sort of intellectual village. This is a money bag, so maybe these guys are all about making that bread. Down here, we got the Byzantines. Surprisingly, there's only 3 Byzantine villages. Because I know their language, here's the Orthodox village, commercial village, and the military village. Then we got the Indians, the Indian villages. Mayans, assuming this is a maize or corn-based village, war-based village, military village. And then here we got the Normans. So Hamyo, or I don't know if that's pronouncing that right. It's like old French. I don't know. I might be 1000% wrong with that. I believe these are hamlets. We are not creating a hamlet. We're creating a village. All right. So that's these ones over here. These are the normal size ones. If you go all the way to back, here's Notre Dame. This is our goal. We're going to build this pretty soon. When you build it, it's just a build site, and obviously it'll work itself up to the actual grand building that it eventually will be. Assuming the Millénaire encyclopedia / wiki is a little bit outdated, the names of the villages have changed a little bit. It's not artisan, it's des Macher. But yeah, so this is what we're going to do right here. A village des Macher. And we're just going to click on that. It's going to load for a little bit because it's generating a whole village. And it should generate right in front of our eyes. Here it is. And the nice thing about it is that we actually keep our gold block and our wand. Here's our village. All right, so here is our Norman Artisan Village that had its name changed in a recent update, probably. So here we are. This is what we need for the stained glass and the building for it to produce I forgot the name. Sorry, timber frames, which is the Norman block similar to the Byzantine tiles that only the villages can produce and not the players, can be constructed here. All right, so this is our Norman Artisan Village. And this village will certainly help us out when we inevitably construct the Notre Dame Cathedral. Let's head to bed for the night. Let's take a tour of the village, and after that, we'll call for this episode. Go to sleep right on top of this dude. So this Norman village actually has village walls that will actually be upgraded as time goes on. Let's actually go back to the village center. Okay, it's like a war zone out here, but this is the village center right here. This is the town hall, essentially. As we come up here, it's identical to the Byzantine village. You get the exact same information, population, village map, military projects, as we saw earlier. So here are the resources for the next construction project, which I don't know what that is, but it's pretty simple. They just need wood. And then here are the village walls. As you see, they need a lot of wood, but they will actually go around and upgrade the entire village defensive walls, which is pretty sweet. We got some impassable areas down here, up there, river over here, but honestly, that's all right. All we need this village to do is produce their glass blower and construct timber frames, and that's all. It looks like they want banners too. Don't worry, I will get you your banners. Don't you fret. Other than that, yeah, let's take a tour of the village. Like I said, here's a town hall. Let's take it right over here. This right here is a butcher. This is the butcher's house. Pretty small. I believe these are dirt walls. Let's look at the other buildings in the wall before we go to the exterior. Oh, another thing before I do that. So here is their village leader. Again, gold helmet. If we go all the way to the last page, or not the last page, but I guess page 4. If you look right here, it says relations with other villages. This village right here is our Byzantine village. Right now, they're chilly. They're different cultures, and they're close. They probably don't like each other. When I get enough reputation points, which I think I can probably do with the Byzantine village, I will be able to either appraise or slander their neighbors. Now, obviously, if you want to create chaos in the world, you can slander the villages, and eventually they'll get to such a low reputation, they'll actually attack each other. Now, that's super cool, but in reality, in practice, and I've tested this in creative worlds, they kind of don't really do anything. They'll just be at war with each other, but they'll never actually push out and attack each other. They'll just be in a never-ending state of war where nothing ever happens. So instead, I usually just praise all the villages nearby, playing by myself, because then the traders will actually come over and they'll conduct trade with the other villages. All right, so it looks like this house, farm. So this little farmhouse looks like they got this little tiny wheat field to sustain the entire village. All right. And then here is the mining hut. Exact same concept as the one in the Byzantine village. This is what gets them their stone and sand from the looks of it. As this gets upgraded, they'll actually dig it deeper and deeper, but it's kind of funny that he's mining stone on the surface level. But other than that, I believe that's everything. Let me check the village map, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh. Looks like we are missing out on this building, which we will head straight south and go check out. Here it is. Looks like it's a little lumberjack area. So just like the Byzantine village, these villages are self-sustaining. This guy will produce wood to create buildings and eventually upgrade the walls. He'll eventually get the 1,000 logs he needs to upgrade these to just to level 2, by the way. Other than that, that is the Norman village, and we are going to call it here. So with the next episode, we are just going to upgrade this village. We're going to interact with it. We're probably going to go hop in between the two villages, kind of just checking out what they're doing. You know, we'll get some cool time lapses of the Norman buildings being constructed, different building style, especially when they get to the later levels, so they're not just building everything out of wood, but the timber frames, stained glass. It's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.